Lizards are an extremely diverse group of reptiles, and they can be found in a wide range of habitats around the world. Some lizards have taken over islands, some have adapted to feed at sea, and some have become powerful apex predators. Most lizard species are completely harmless and skittish, but some larger species are efficient hunters, and they have even been known to take the lives of humans. In today's video, I will be taking a look at some of the most dangerous lizards in the world, and I will be ranking them from least deadly to deadliest. For our first species, we will be heading over to New Guinea, as we will be taking a look at the Crocodile Monitor. The Crocodile Monitor is a large lizard that's endemic to New Guinea, and it's one of the largest monitor lizards alive today. They can reach lengths of over 2.5 meters, and they can reach a maximum weight of around 20 kilograms. In the wild, these monitors are mostly arboreal, and they feed on a wide range of forest animals. Their diet depends on their size and their location, but the majority of its diet is made up of birds, small mammals, and carrion. Unfortunately, relatively little is known about this species due to its elusive nature and its remote native habitat, but locals have claimed that they are also able to kill and consume deer, pigs, and wild dogs. It's claimed that they share a trait with leopards, as locals claim that they haul their prey into the trees to consume them. The Crocodile Monitor has a few adaptations that allow it to hunt its prey more effectively, because just like all other monitors, they have anatomical features that enable them to breathe more easily while running. This means that monitors are among the fastest and most agile lizards in the world, and it's allowed them to be extremely effective land predators. When most people think of venomous reptiles, they often think of snakes, but today we now know that a large number of lizards are venomous too. Historically, it was believed that some lizards, such as monitor lizards, had a variety of highly septic bacteria in their mouths, but today we know this not to be the case, and most, if not all, monitor lizards are venomous. Some monitor lizard species have more toxic venom than others, and even though the Crocodile Monitor is venomous, it's not known for having a highly toxic venom. Across most of its range, it's viewed as a bad creature to have around, and it's often described as an evil spirit that climbs trees, breathes fire, and kills men. Despite this, some locals still believe that their presence is a warning that crocodiles are nearby, and this is part of the reason behind their common name, with the other being that they have a crocodile-like snout and teeth. Thankfully, the Crocodile Monitor is not aggressive towards humans, but they are known for being unpredictable. Their venom makes them slightly more dangerous than other lizards in the area, but there has never been a recorded fatal Crocodile Monitor attack on a human. The Crocodile Monitor is an extremely deadly predator if you're a smaller animal, but as they struggle to take down larger prey and because their venom isn't that toxic, they only slot in at number 5 on this list. The Mexican beaded lizard is native to Mexico and Guatemala, and they are typically found in deserts and tropical forests. The Mexican beaded lizard is one of 4 beaded lizard species, and these species are in the same genus as the Gila Monster. Like the Gila Monster, the Mexican beaded lizard is also venomous, and so is one other beaded lizard species. Strangely, its venom isn't really used to kill its prey, as the vast majority of its prey is already defenseless. Even though the Mexican beaded lizard will sometimes prey on birds, small mammals, and lizards, they are a specialized vertebrate nest predator, and they usually target bird and reptile nests. These distinctive reptiles are sometimes targeted by birds of prey and canines, and this is where their venom comes in very handy. When a Mexican beaded lizard bites a would-be attacker or prey animal, they are known to hold on tight to make sure that their venom has the desired effect. The beaded lizard's venom is a weak hemotoxin, but it does cause damage to small to medium-sized animals. Beaded lizard bites on humans are usually not life-threatening, but there have been a few fatalities over the years. A bite from this animal can result in respiratory failure, but of course in most cases they just want to be left alone. Even though the Mexican beaded lizard is not the most impressive predator, its venom means that it's an extremely deadly lizard, and it's fit for number 4 on this list. The Asian water monitor is the longest lizard in the world, and it can be found in South and Southeast Asia. It's considered by many to be the second largest lizard in the world, but the black-throated monitor reaches a similar size. As you might be able to guess by its name, the Asian water monitor is often found in and around water, but they have shown that they are very good at adapting to urban areas. These animals aren't very picky when it comes to choosing a water source, as they will happily hunt in both fresh and salt water, as well as city parks and even sewers. Some Asian water monitors are known to get around big cities by moving through the sewers, and they take advantage of the food that we leave behind. They will feed on a wide variety of aquatic and amphibious prey, but the populations in the cities are known to have a far worse diet than the populations in the wild. Because they have such a large range across South and Southeast Asia, the Asian water monitor has quite a few subspecies across the continent. These subspecies can differ in shape, size, and colour, but the larger populations have little to fear. They are sometimes targeted by large predators such as tigers, leopards, pythons, and crocodiles, but they do get revenge on some of these animals. As well as hunting animals in and out of the water, Asian water monitors will also target reptile nests. They are known to commonly target crocodile, snake, and turtle nests, and they will happily take young crocodiles if they come across them. Thankfully, these reptiles are rarely aggressive towards humans, but they do seem to like the taste of human flesh. They are known to commonly feed on corpses, and they will even dig up bodies that have been recently buried. They have been effective at finding bodies in missing person investigations, but in most cases they do more harm than good by inflicting damage to the corpses. There was one very interesting case that Asian water monitors helped to solve, as a 51-year-old man was found dead surrounded by 8 dead water monitors. The man's body was partially scavenged, and this prompted an investigation into whether the man had been poisoned. It was later discovered that the man had died after ingesting a bottle of pesticide, and this also poisoned the water monitors that were feeding on him. Thankfully, if you are still in the land of the living, you have little to fear, but Asian water monitors will attack if they feel threatened. Their venom has little effect on humans, but as they are so large, they can still cause a lot of damage, and even though attacks are rare, they can be devastating. Because of this lizard's size, power, and adaptability, it easily slots in at number 3, and for our next species, we will be heading over to North America. The Gila Monster is native to the southwestern United States and parts of northwestern Mexico, and as I've already covered, it's related to the beaded lizards. The Gila Monster is relatively heavy and slow moving, and its aposematic coloration tells potential predators that it's not to be messed with. This reptile maxes out at around 60 centimeters long, and it can weigh in at around 2.2 kilograms. This size means that they are the largest lizards in the United States, and they are also the most dangerous lizards in the United States. The Gila Monster has quite a few adaptations that help it to survive in its semi-arid habitats, such as a large thick tail where it stores fat, and strong claws that help them to dig burrows into the sand. Because of the harsh climate in the places in which they are found, Gila monsters spend 90% of their lives underground. When they do emerge from their hiding spots, they feed on a wide variety of desert animals, and like their close relatives, they also feed on the eggs of other animals. They own one of the most interesting skulls in the animal kingdom, as you can easily see their osteoderms, and you can also see the grooves on their teeth that deliver their venom. Just like their close relative, the Mexican beaded lizard, they are also known to hang on when they bite, and this can lead to some pretty nasty injuries. These animals will only really bite when they are cornered or provoked, and the toxicity of their venom is often exaggerated. Only one person has been killed by a Gila monster since the year 1930, and surprisingly it happened earlier on this year. A 34-year-old man was bitten by his pet Gila monster in February, and he died in hospital 4 days later. There were a few fatalities before the year 1930, but in most cases the people that died were intoxicated or they mismanaged the treatment of the bite. Even though its bite isn't usually life-threatening, it is known for being quite painful, and it's thought to be one of the most painful bites produced by any vertebrate. Coyote Peterson is one of the few people that can tell you how it feels, and I'll leave it to him to explain.
It was the worst pain I had ever experienced, the throbbing, the squirming of my body, and of course the constant fear that is this only going to get worse, because as the venom started traveling up my arm into my shoulder, I didn't know at what point it was going to stop.
Over the years, there have been many strange myths about the Gila Monster, such as its breath being toxic enough to kill humans, that it can spit venom like a spitting cobra, and that it can leap several feet in the air to attack. Strange rumours such as these have led to people fearing and even killing this reptile, which is tragic as they are listed as near threatened. This lizard's strong bite, venom and size means that they are fit for number 2 on this list, and there's no surprise which lizard is number 1. The Komodo Dragon is the largest and easily the deadliest lizard in the world, and it's native to a few small Indonesian islands. It's a member of the monitor lizard family, and it can reach a maximum length of 3 meters and a maximum weight of around 150 kilograms. The Komodo dragon is an apex predator, and it dominates all ecosystems in which it's found. They will feed on pretty much anything they come across, and this can be anything from deer and pigs to buffalo and sometimes humans. It's believed that dwarf elephants would have made up a large chunk of their diets in the Pleistocene, but of course these curious animals are no longer with us. Even though the Komodo dragon is terrifying enough to some, they once had a much larger relative in Australia. These animals were around 3 meters long excluding the tail, and they preyed on a large number of Australia's extinct megafauna. Like other monitor lizards, they are venomous, and their venom is known to be more toxic than the other species. Its venom causes blood clotting, lowering of blood pressure, muscle paralysis, and the induction of hypothermia, eventually leading to shock and loss of consciousness. This venom, along with their power, allows them to take down prey much larger than themselves, and it means that they are very dangerous animals to be around. Attacks on humans are rare, but they have been responsible for a few fatalities over the years. Most dragons seem docile at first and can even be pushed away using sticks, but they can be unpredictably aggressive and will turn on people suddenly. From 1974 to 2012, there were 24 reported attacks on humans in the Komodo National Park, and unfortunately 5 of these attacks were fatal. Just like the Asian water monitors, they are also known to dig up corpses and consume them, and they have been known to eat up to 80% of their body weight in one sitting. Because of the size of their meals and because of their sluggish metabolism, large Komodo dragons can live on as little as 12 meals a year. Unfortunately today, they are listed as endangered due to human-related factors and prey availability, but if they are given the chance to live freely, then they can live for up to 30 years. Most lizards around the world are little danger to humans, but the Komodo dragon is one of the only exceptions to this rule, and if you want to stay alive, I wouldn't turn your back on them. They are the largest and most impressive land reptile alive today, and for this reason they easily slot in at number 1 as the deadliest lizard in the world. Of course, there are many other lizards that could have made it into this video, so if you think you know of any, then let me know down in the comments below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.